Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expect, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Basically, that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Oh Lord, what's up? Happy Monday and happy first day of autumn or fall, whichever you choose. I never understood the difference. Does anybody know the difference between fall and autumn? Why do we say fall or autumn? Anybody know the difference? I don't know, but happy fall or autumn. Whichever one you prefer. Okay. I think autumn is just more demure. I don't know. But anyway, how you guys doing? Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great Monday morning or Monday. I guess the whole day. And there we go. So let's get into it, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. We have a lot to discuss today. We have a lot to get into. At 8:30, we'll be going live on the other channel to discuss Ready to Love, part 1 of the reunion. If you guys follow Ready to Love, y'all make sure y'all get over to Kamisha Reviews. She did an interview with Hussein, and it was a really, really good interview. He got a chance to sort of clear his name and speak up, and I'm gonna have a lot more to say about that on there. For daylight savings time, we fall back. Oh, is that where that comes? Thank you, Nubian. That's where that comes from. Makes sense. Okay. So we have a lot to talk about today. But listen, I am not going to bury the lead. You know what I mean? I am not going to bury the lead. Let's just jump in with Jimmy Kimmel. We have so many other things to talk about, but let's go ahead and let's jump into this Jimmy Kimmel situation. Look, Jimmy Kimmel is coming back tomorrow night. Jimmy Kimmel is coming back tomorrow night. Oh, I didn't even say hi to y'all. I'm sorry. Look at me. Let me say hi. Hold on. Let me come through here and say hi to the people. Hold on. My bad. We just just gonna jump right in. But let me say hi to the people. Hey, the informed. What's up, Chuck? BB Gripe. Keanu has worked my last effing nerve. Why does he keep talking? Why does he trust Vince? Go home, fool. Well, it sounds like he about to go home. That's what it sounds like, child. But they done added another twist that might keep him in the game, child. I don't know. Whatever. Grown woman, don't try me. What's up, Corey? Hey, Makia. Hey, Taya. Please play the clip of the dumbass saying or trying to say, child, I don't have the energy for him. Acetaminophen. I mean, that's who they elected, child. What's up, Quake? Hey, Auntie Eva. I bet you Kamala. I bet you she know how to say acetaminophen. What's up, Auntie Eva? Hey, Ashley, Tan, Robin, C. Golden, what's going on? Hey, Rock Chick, Nubian. Hey, Boo, Alexis, Amber, Lovely Nola. Hey, Brandon. What's up, Yolanda, Des Hop, Aunt Nettie. What's going on? Hey, Miss Cookie, Lauren. Hey, Boo, Des Hop. I think autumn is more the British way of saying fall. Got it. Okay. Cross Country Cruiser. What's going on? You're going to be, tomorrow's Chuck's birthday. Y'all know we're going to have to cut up in the chat for Chuck tomorrow, y'all. Yes. Hey, Candy. Dorothy, what's going on? Hey, Universal Goddess. Miss Rel. Hey. You thought it was because the leaves are falling? That makes sense, too. Tawana, what's going on? Hey. Crazy Homebody Girl. Tracy. Stacy Renee. Miss Bathing. Terry, NK Universe, RN Diva. Okay, we about to get this, y'all. El Teddy must have let our class, honey, because y'all coming through here fast, honey. Janae, Uncle Jay. What's up, Ravine? Tarshell, that lady, 1982. Butterfly, 9937. Felicia, Mama Me, I keep wanting to say Mama Me, Mama Yana. And Paul Brantley. If I missed anybody, charge it to my head and not my heart. It is Libra season. Okay, Libras, it's y'all's turn now. Hey, Lady D. Your brother's birthday is tomorrow. It's your brother's birthday tomorrow. My bad. Your brother who I said I wanted to interview. Chuck. Hey, Xavier. What's up? Nay, I was thinking about you the other day, too. I was thinking about you and Benji. How Benji doing? It is Niecy's season, child. It is her season, honey. Yes, it is. Hey, Katrina, what's going on? Grown woman, don't try me. Hey, everybody. So again, if I missed you, Jay Stokes, if I missed you, charge it to my head, not my heart. But let's get into this Jimmy Kimmel situation. I'm gonna just read y'all the article. I'm sure everybody's been talking about it, but let's just read this Jimmy Kimmel article, honey. Let's get into it, honey. They said it came down to the wire. They said Jimmy Kimmel wasn't playing no games with these people, and it came down to the wire. Just whatever they negotiated, honey. So I'm reading from the Hollywood Reporter. I'm sure everybody has an article about it, but we're going to read this article from the Hollywood Reporter, okay? The Walt Disney Company in a new statement says the move was made to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment in our country. No, that's not why you did it. That damn Surrey, stop! Who be turning that on? Surrey, stop! Damn it! Nobody who invited her to the party? I don't know why she keep coming around here. Nobody asked. Who asked? Jimmy Kimmel is getting back on the air. The ABC late night host is returning to broadcast on Tuesday following a brief but monumental suspension that sparked a nationwide debate over the Trump administration's pressure tactics and the modern limits and consequences of free speech. Last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. The move follows an extraordinary week in the media that kicked off with Kimmel making somewhat vaguely worded on-air commentary on September the 15th edition of Jimmy Kimmel Live about this, that dude, okay, about suggesting that the suspect was a MAGA conservative, despite evidence to the contrary. The quote went viral, sparking plenty of online backlash. On Wednesday, the FCC chair, Brendan Carr, threatened ABC's affiliate licenses over the comment. Affiliate group Nexstar, which is seeking FCC approval for an upcoming merger. And Sinclair told ABC they would preempt Jimmy Kimmel's show. Yeah. So here's the behind the scenes, allegedly. Sources say Kimmel wasn't planning to apologize on that night's show and instead was going to defend his original comments as being taken out of context and grossly mischaracterized by MAGA, which Disney's brass thought would only inflame the situation. Disney ABC then announced that Jimmy Kimmel Live was suspended indefinitely. On Thursday, a follow-up meeting between Kimmel and Disney execs reportedly ended in a stalemate, with Kimmel sticking to his stated plan of unapologetically defending himself. Despite Kimmel's return, it is not immediately clear if the show will be available across the entire country. Sinclair, for his part, has said it would not go back to running Kimmel's show on its stations until the late night host apologized for his comments. met with Sinclair representatives and made a donation to Turning Point, the organization that Kirk founded. Sinclair, it should be noted, owns the ABC station in the Washington, D.C. metro area. Why you had to bring us up? How we get in it? I mean, I guess because the orange man lives here. I mean, why y'all had to specifically call us out? Nexstar similarly could also choose to continue to preempt the show through, of course, it would still be accessible online across the country after it runs on ABC. The suspension drew quick praise from President Trump and some vocal right-wing FAFO Kimmel critics online, but few others. Instead, it sparked a massive outpouring of criticism of Disney Nexstar and Sinclair for caving to pressure. Media pundits, politicians, Hollywood unions, celebrities, other talk show hosts, and even some Republican leaders, such as Ted Cruz and Rand Paul, condemned the series of events as a dangerous step towards networks becoming state-run media, with many framing it as potential tipping point moment of Disney if Disney didn't reverse its decision. Some people online pledged to unsubscribe and boycott Disney subsidies such as Disney and Hulu. They didn't threaten, they did it. Hollywood unions, including SAG, AFTRA, and the WGA, slammed the decision. The right to speak our minds and to disagree with each other, to disrupt even, is at the very heart of what it means to be free people. The WGA wrote in a statement, "It is not to be denied, not by violence, not by the abuse of governmental power, nor by the acts of corporate cowardice." On Monday, the American Civil Liberties Union released an open letter signed by some 400 actors, writers, musicians, and filmmakers, among them Tom Hanks, Mel Streep, Rami Youssef, Kerry Washington, and Regina King, condemning Kimmel's suspension and supporting free speech. Even a voice within Carr's own FCC commissioner.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Sorry, shut up! Damn. Even a voice within Carr's own FCC commissioner, Anna Gomez, issued a lengthy statement criticizing the chairman's bullying. "We cannot allow an inexcusable act of political violence to be twisted into a justification for government censorship and control," she wrote. "This FCC does not have the authority, the ability, or the constitutional right to police content or punish broadcasters for speech that government dislikes." Of course, Kimmel's return also comes at a tumultuous moment for late night TV. More generally, with Stephen Colbert in May after being canceled by CBS, the decision by CBS raised eyebrows across the industry, coming just days before the FCC approved the transfer of broadcast licenses to its new owner, Skydance, effectively allowing the deal to close. Kimmel's current contract, it should be noted, ends next year, and he has raised the specter of retirement in the past. Whether the suspension by ABC means that he is more likely to exit or double down and stay with the company remains to be seen. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't raise this kind of hell when it was Stephen Colbert. I think it was a lot. I think ABC Disney had a lot more tangible things that we could put our hands on to cancel. I think, and when I say we, I mean the general public. I don't know. I don't know why the response. Maybe because Stephen Colbert was actually given time to exit. Like, he was canceled, but they're going to but he's going to be canceled, 6 months down the road. And I think maybe because it wasn't as abrupt, maybe. I don't know. So let's break this whole Disney thing down for a second. And I'm speaking for myself. When I say the 92% will be sitting over here, but I say there are things that the 92% is still going to do. The 92% was out here canceling their subscriptions. The 92% ain't going to the Target. Like, the 92% is still here, let's be clear. But what I mean when I say that the call has to come from inside of the house, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Let's be clear. Y'all ain't gonna like what I'm getting ready to say, but I gotta say what I'm gonna say, and it's gonna land how it's gonna land. I think this gonna be one of them nights that y'all probably ain't gonna be happy with me when we get to the end of this, but I still love you. The 92% didn't do this. Y'all not gonna like that because the 92% is powerful. Let's be clear. The 92% is here. Let's be clear. The 92% has a voice. Let's be clear. But baby, we didn't do this. Because let's be clear, these people didn't just cancel Disney and Hulu. These people was canceling cruises. These people were canceling trips to the Disney parks. These people were canceling, you know how they have those Disney club things, like the anybody who's been to Disney, y'all see them people, mostly white. I ain't gonna say they all white people, but mostly the white people running around with their Disney ears, them grown people that go to Disney like 10 times a year. Them, they was canceling that shit. That was them. People from all over the world was canceling Disney trips. Y'all know Disney got parks all over the world. It wasn't just us. The key holders, the grand, yes, y'all know what I'm talking about. Listen. Because listen, if them same people that jumped on board of this Disney thing jumped on board of Target, they'd be bankrupt by now. Quite as kept and lies it is, we didn't even stop when I have, but we didn't even stop shopping at Target. And Don, don't you go nowhere. I got something for you in a few minutes. Don't you go nowhere. We about to close the doors in a minute anyway. I just gotta get this thought out. Disney stock. Let me show you. It's funny because I was going to talk about this today before they said Kimmel was coming back. I screenshotted this earlier. I went over to the stock, to the Yahoo stock, so I could go see exactly what Disney stock is doing. Baby, this is Disney stock. And you see that time? That's today. I did this today. So that's between 12 p.m. That's today. Do y'all see what that stock is doing? Today. Hello? So then last night, I think this might have really been it, y'all. Y'all want to know the truth? Last night, so there's this documentary that is debuting over to the Hulu, which I know is Disney. This documentary over to the Hulu, okay, about Lilith Fair. Now, some of y'all might not be old enough to remember Lilith Fair when it was, I don't even know if it's still around, but certainly when it was in its heyday. And Lilith Fair was sort of like, you know, it was sort of like white female feminism, alternative. I don't know what the actual genre was, but it was like Jewel and Sarah McLachlan, and y'all know them people, right? And they used to do Lilith Fair. It was like lesbian fair. I don't know. And they used to, so there was a documentary that was debuting on Hulu this month about Lilith Fair. The premiere was last night. Y'all with me? The premiere was last night. Y'all, they had to cancel the red carpet. You know why they had to cancel the red carpet? Because so many of the stars of the documentary was like, we ain't coming. We ain't coming. Jewel, they were supposed to have a whole concert. Jewel was supposed to perform. Sarah McLachlan. Who's the other lady? I can see her face, but I can't think of her name now. Oh, she wore the glasses. Lisa Loeb Was that her name? Lisa Loeb. She wore like the glasses. She had the straight brown hair. They were supposed to have a whole concert last night. They were like, we're not coming. We're not performing. Y'all, did y'all hear me? They had to cancel the red carpet for a premiere because so many of the stars of the documentary said, we're not coming. We're not coming. Disney saw that this shit wasn't ending. And when you start having Hollywood say, nah, we good. A letter was put out today. 400 people like Tom Hanks. Toy Story much? Tom Hanks said, no. Meryl Streep. This is Hollywood white royalty. I'm with you, Kim. Kim said, I still need a few months. I ain't renewing my membership just yet. I still need a few months for them to behave right. Me too. So, congratulations to us. Not Jimmy Kimmel. Congratulations to us. Because this I hope is a lesson that because we already know this lesson. We learned this lesson from our ancestors and our forefathers, right? But this is a lesson I hope they understand. Listen, at the end of the day, money talks and bullshit walks. And something else I saw online, I saw it on Blue Sky. They said, y'all need to start sending letters, like old school letters in the mail. They were like, them emails don't do shit to that person said they're account manager they said they've done that. They've done account. They said, start, put pen to paper. They said, even if you just send a postcard, flood the offices with the mail. That, again, is that tangible. I see it. What up, K-Fit? Disney meets Target. Listen, that's what we need to get. We need to give this in. So that's why I say, when I say that the 92% are we over here on the side, I don't mean that I'm not doing nothing. I mean, the call is going to have to come from inside of the house. I promise you, with everything in me. A whole lot of them people last week that was in their feelings, that was canceling shit and running around here mad, they voted for him. At the end of the day, they're not scared of us. Listen. Can we stop? Can we just be real? They're not scared of us. They're just not. If they were scared of us, they wouldn't be treating us the way they treat us. They're not scared of us. You see, Elon Musk done shut the hell up. Why do you think Elon Musk done shut the hell up? I didn't say he went away. That ain't what I said. I said he shut up. Why do you think Elon Musk shut up? Because that board called him into a room and told him, either you do something to reverse this shit or you're out. You know how much money Tesla lost in them 4 months he was playing footsies with Trump? You notice he dropped a few little, he had a little Twitter war with Trump for a few days. He quiet as hell now. I didn't say he went away. That ain't what I said, though. But he shut the hell up. You don't hear nobody talking about turning in their Tesla no more, do you? You don't hear people talking about burning their you ain't hear that. People don't stop talking about Tesla. He just shut the hell up. And I'm not saying that we don't get in the fight when it comes to stuff like that. Absolutely, we're going to get in the fight. We're going to boycott and all that shit. But what I'm saying is at the end of the day, what's going to stop this, you guys, it's the call has to come from inside of the house. The call is going to have to come from inside of the house. Now the FCC chairman is backing down. He's going, that's not what I meant. Right? Yeah, that's exactly what the hell you meant. You meant it. Because y'all got away with it with Stephen Colbert. And see, again, CBS didn't have a product that pissed them off, so nobody cared. Disney was a product. Disney is Disney. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got away with it with Stephen Colbert. What up, Cruiser Bruiser? Come on, y'all. It's 288 of y'all in here. Don said, can we hit that like button, please, and thank you. Matter of fact, it's a good time to close the door because we get ready to transition anyway. It's a good time to close the door. Come on.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Now listen. For those of you that are new here, when Don closed the doors, he's mad at him. I saw Kenneth drop down earlier. Kenneth is my other hair Ursha. Even though he be on FMLA, he don't be here a lot. He don't put in his paperwork, and he here when he feel like it. But he here too. So Kenneth's got the left side, and Don got the right side. Now listen, there's two ways we can do this, okay? Number one, the free 99 way. If you could just hit that like button, and if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 20K one day, okay? Now, the other side, if you want to make a donation to the platform, the number for today is 716. $7.16, $17.16. If you're feeling real jiggy, $70.16. Or any variation of. You can cash app or super chat. We take it either way you want to give it. Okay? Kenneth say FMLA is over. Kenneth say FMLA is over. Close them doors. I know that's right, boo. I know that's right. They even said that Disney was running specials, honey, baby. Disney was getting desperate. They was running specials, honey, on the membership. I mean, on the subscriptions. They said Disney was running specials. Where is Tracy? Tracy been working on something for me. I don't know. Did she drop down yet? You know, Tracy be working overtime, honey. Okay, Don said it's 146. So we can either please hit that like button, or you can do both. I mean, you can hit the like button and you can send a $7.16 donation. However you want to do it. They send you an email for $2.99. Listen, Disney is trying to get y'all. I ain't got my email yet. I'll let y'all know when I get it. Disney said, come back home, please. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What happened? Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you. Cruz, I was on the phone. Oh, thank you for the donations. Kenneth said close them doors. He done put $9.99 in the basket. Thank you, Kenneth. And then he passed it to grown woman. Grown woman put $7.16. She said that's the number for the night. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, sugars. Y'all got to hear Cruiser say it, sugars. I can't wait for y'all to hear Cruiser say sugars. Cruz, I was on the phone with World Caribbean today, child. They transferred me 5 times. I said, why I got to do all of this to do one thing? Oh, don't forget, your balance is due by, I think the lady told me on the phone, November the 26th. So you got the whole month of November, but the balance is due by the end of November. Please get your flights and your hotel situation if you are coming in the night before. Myself, Cruiser, Abby, we will all be there the night before. We will all stay at the same hotel. So again, once we get past Books and Bourbon, my focus is going to shift. My focus is going to shift once I get past Books and Bourbon. It'll shift to the cruise full time, and I'm even going to switch over to the group chat. So I want to say this, you guys, before we go any further, I want to send a congratulations. Don said the kitchen is open. Y'all know when we get to 300 people, the kitchen is open. We had 296. Don said close enough. The kitchen is open. The wing basket, a burger basket, a fish basket, a link basket. Okay, with a cold pop. Listen, and when you go through there, go on and pick you up a bottle of that oil. Go on and get you some of his olive oil now. I was in Don's bushes earlier. See, y'all don't never know when I'm around, when I'm listening, when I'm in them bushes. And I was listening. Congratulations to Chef Don. Y'all, everybody drop a hand clap in the chat. I wish I need to get the sound so I could do a hand clap sound. Can y'all please send a congratulations to Chef Don? He has now been approved to get his oils approved in the TikTok shop. So you can now buy his oils down to the TikTok shop, and he has been approved on Google. Y'all know how we link, how right now I have essential oils linked in my video. If y'all buy some of those essential oils, I make a little commission off of it. I will be able to do the same thing to Don's oils. And as soon as I can find it, I tried to find it today and I was going to surprise you, but I guess it's not quite there yet. But we can do that as well. So congratulations. Look, entrepreneurship is hard. It's a process, and we just want to congratulate Don. And if you have not already gotten some of his oil, can y'all please go get you some? Don, drop that link in the chat and get you some oil. I think I heard him today say he wants to expand into hot sauce and something else you said today. You said hot sauce or aprons. So please, you guys, listen. We got to support our own. You know, because if we don't, who is? All right. So congratulations to Don. I told you I had something for you. I was going to surprise you, but I couldn't quite find it. So let me know when it's there so I can link it on my videos. Okay. Let me know when I can link it on my videos. And he said that they got enough orders, so the shipment should be going out. I think he said by the end of this week. He said 5 business days. So for those of you that order oils in that first shipment, you should get it within the next 2 weeks. Again, we're dealing with entrepreneurship. He had to have a certain number of orders. And so he has that now. So congratulations. We've been live for 33 minutes. So I can say this without worrying about losing my my monetization on this video. Van Jones, fuck you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Fuck you. Moving right along. I don't really have nothing else for him. Angel Reese, congratulations. Her Reebok signature shoes sold out in record-breaking time. So congratulations to Angel Reese. They get that young lady a hard time. Listen, she may not show up the way you want her to show up. You may not even be a fan of hers, but I want us to remember that this is a 20-something-year-old young lady who didn't come from privilege, didn't come from money, and she may not always say the right things, and she may not always make the right decisions, or I shouldn't say the right decision, but the decisions y'all will want her to make. But what we cannot take away is that young lady's talent. What we cannot take away is that this young lady is out here doing it, and her shoe has sold out. I ain't even get me a pair, and when the next drop come, I want to get me a pair to support that young lady. I want a pair of Asia Wilson's shoes as well. Congratulations to Asia Wilson, who also set a record this weekend by winning her 4th straight WNBA MVP. So congratulations to Asia Wilson. She has a signature shoe with Nike, and I actually want a pair of her shoes as well. Yes, Angel Reese is from Baltimore. Absolutely, yep. So congratulations to those young ladies, and congratulations to women, U.S. women's track and field that won the relay gold medal situation this weekend. Congratulations. Okay. All the people. What happened with Van Jones? Just his stepping and fetching bullshit that so now he's, now he done backtrack. Well, he done backtrack and said nice stuff about that Donald Trump has done some good things. And now he done said the same thing last week about Charlie Kirk. Well, he's done some good things. He's brought people together. Moving right along. Let me let y'all hear this. Hold on, let me see some. My note. Hold on, I got this email. Let me check something real quick. My nosy done got me right now. Hold on. Okay. Let me let y'all hear this. And of course, Tracy sent it to me. She know that's my boo thing right here.
Did y'all really think we weren't going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel? I mean, have you watched the show over the last 29 seasons? Yes. So you know, no one silences us. And to all my friends in Italy who reached out, you have to know it's okay. We're still here. We're still broadcasting. And when the news broke last week about Jimmy Kimmel's suspension, we took a breath to see if Jimmy was going to say anything about it first. We did the same thing with Stephen Colbert. Then our show was on tape on Friday. But we are live here today. And we're getting into it now.
So for all the people, myself included, I'll raise my hand, that said that The View was being stifled, that ABC was not letting them speak. Let me put my other glasses on, child. That ABC was not allowing them to speak. They set the record straight today. And part of me, I should have known, because I know that they don't tape live on Friday. Friday is pre-recorded. And I forgot. I forgot. The View only, I think they only tape 3 days a week. They tape 2 episodes in one day, and they don't tape on Friday at all. And I should have remembered that myself. I really forgot that as well. So, so they did speak on it today. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I just want to let you know that the ladies did have some things to say. And there is a clip actually circulating of Sonny digging into Van Jones's tail. So if y'all want to get a little more insight into the Van Jones situation, there's that. So myself included, y'all, I forgot to. I said the same thing. So y'all know I can raise my hand when it's me. Felicia said, I love Whoopi Butt. But what Whoopi do? What's wrong? What had wrong? What was wrong? Okay. Damn. I picked up the wrong thing. I picked up my phone instead of my list. Yeah. I'm proud they stood up the house of the mouse to the house of the mouse. Yeah, I don't know what's the butt for. Tell me what the butt is, Felicia. What's the butt? I mean, you got to write to it. I just want to know what it is. Okay. Uncle Near said that they are not on the verge of filing bankruptcy. Don't believe the hype. They said that is clickbait, and that is not where they are. I do know the last update I heard on the receivership is that the person that the receiver that is actually over Uncle Near's right now is the receiver that they chose. So it's somebody that they, I guess, felt comfortable with, and the judge chose the person because both sides had to submit a name. So the judge chose the person they submitted. But what I did hear was that there were some questions about some assets that was not listed in the original paperwork. For example, there's a restaurant that belongs to her husband that is on the property where the distillery is. So there was a question about should that restaurant have been listed in their list of assets, or is that a separate entity because it's owned by her husband? So I do know that there's some questions about the assets and what should have been included and what was or what wasn't included. So there's that. Yeah, well, I love Uncle Near's. I mean, I think Uncle Near's is a good brand. I mean, I like the liquor, and of course, it's Black owned, so I'm going to do my best to support it. So yeah, Jimmy Kimmel is back tomorrow night. They said he's coming back tomorrow night, I believe. All right, so this morning I woke up to stuff I don't care about. So let's get into a couple of, child. Ebby can say it best. Let's get into a couple of we don't care. We don't care. Okay. Number one, what's this girl? Because I don't care about either one of these people. But we're going to talk about it. And congratulations, Cruiser. Her Carolina Panthers kicked some butt yesterday, and I'm here for it. Congratulations. I would break out into my Vesta, but y'all not ready for it. Y'all ain't ready for Vesta. Y'all ain't ready for it. But congratulations. So this morning I woke up to Selena Powell, who I don't care nothing about. Xavier, tell me who Selena Powell is again. And I know Xavier gonna give it to me straight. Is she one of these Insta famous women that date celebrities? Is that who Selena Powell is? Well, you know, next week is we played Falcons next week, my Commanders, and that's actually our takeover weekend. So all of you people that live in Atlanta, get ready to see Burgundy and Gold all weekend long because it's DC takeover weekend. I know my principal gonna be there. He asked me if I was going. I was like, nah, I ain't going. I said, as much as I go to Atlanta, I was like, nah, I'm good. Selena Powell blasts Lil Meech, claims that he's broke, that he's an addict, that his car got repossessed, and that him and his daddy are living in Floyd Mayweather's apartment because both of them are broke. First of all, Summer Walker told us that 2 years ago. I mean, I know a lot of people don't be paying attention to what Summer Walker has to say, but Summer Walker told us 2 years ago that he was strung out. She said he smelled, that he was musty. Wasn't that Summer Walker that told us he was musty? And she said that he was broke. She told us that when they broke up, and she had her little mad day, and then they got back together, and then they broke up again. But she told us then that he was broke and he was a little musty. 50 Cent told us he was an addict. 50 Cent told us that the boy was strung out. He said, look, I've been trying to help this boy. And then the show got canceled. So, I mean, let's be clear. He wasn't no thespian. Whatever role he getting, who is hiring him to do anything? Especially if 50, now if he had stayed good under the 50 Cent umbrella, 50 Cent would have probably found him a job on another show or something like that. But when he burned 50 Cent, and let's be clear, I ain't defending 50 Cent because we not. But I mean, 50 Cent said, I mean, I couldn't do nothing for you, bro. And they said that she said that him and his daddy are broke. I mean, who was surprised that Big Meech is broke? The government took whatever he thought he was hiding, been gone. Because I just don't think. Now, let's be clear. And what I'm about to say is the reason why y'all make the jokes about Kingpin, calling me Kingpin Bay. Okay. I know what I'm about to say is not going to help nothing. Tracy going to fall out the ceiling and Xavier's going to say something. But I just got to let y'all know what I know. Listen, there are a whole lot of drug dealers from the 90s that got out of jail and they wasn't broke. Let me say that again for the people in the back. There are a lot of drug dealers that got out of jail and they wasn't broke. But a lot of them were. See, the reason why... I'm about to say something I probably shouldn't say. The reason why it's so hard for drug dealers to hold on to money is because they can't do shit else with it but spend it. Look who done fell out the ceiling. Hey, Watermelon Sugar coming to the stage. See, if y'all ain't been around for a while, y'all don't know Watermelon Sugar. Watermelon Sugar is my first mod. I believe you are the first person that I ever gave a mod stick to, and y'all see she still got it. Hey, girl, hey, what's up, boo? Drug dealers can't do shit with their money but spend it. And they can't finance no car because they don't have no credit, they don't have no job. They can't finance no house because they ain't got no credit, they ain't got no job. They paying taxes. And a lot of them are not smart enough to watch their money. A lot of them are not smart enough to find people they trust to move their money around and move it off. See, that's why a lot of them are broke. And then they think they saved enough money when the police come They think they done put enough money aside to pay for the police. But when the police come and they got to get that high-end lawyer, see, power make it look so easy. You know, the proctors of the world are expensive. And most of them put away maybe $20,000, $30,000, if that. Okay? Most of them put away $20,000, $30,000 thinking that that's going to be enough. Baby, that thing, those type of lawyers, $100,000 off rip. Okay? Moving right along. So, ain't nobody surprised that Big Meech is broke. And what other skill does he have? This is a 60-year-old man whose only job was illegal. What he gonna do? What he gonna do? Now, Lil Meech, you were supposed to be the one to help take care of the family. You were out here working, making good money down to the stars. You fucked it up. Street life, yay! It's the only life I know. That's my shit right there. I love that song. But why is he musty? Because most drug addicts are musty. Because they don't think about, look who else, boy, I tell you, look who else dropped out the ceiling. What's up, Busy Blue? Shut up, Busy. And I was thinking about, you know what, the way, I promise you were on my mind today. I promise you were on my mind today. Let me find out you've been in an episode of Trap Queen. Now, I ain't been in no episode. According to the show, he was arrogant from the beginning. He was, because he thinks that this hood celebrity shit means something. It don't mean nothing outside of the hood. See, that's the thing. These hood celebrities, that shit only means something to the hood. Don't nobody know who the fuck a Lil Meech or a Big Meech is outside of the hood. Who give a fuck about Big Meech? They damn sure don't care about him now. They barely cared about him 20 years ago. Thank you, Chuck. Chuck said he just shared the show with 5 of his friends, and I hope they join the trial. I hope so too. Why all 300? It's 330 of y'all in here. Why don't all of y'all share it to 5 friends? We trying to get to 30K. All right. Shout out. What's the likes looking like? If you just got here, can you hit that like button for me, please? I appreciate it. Appreciate you so much. All right, we have a few more of these, and then we're gonna get into this Crystal situation with the down to the Cardi B child. It's a mess. Andre Bronner, the boxer who got kicked off of Cameron's podcast last week. I don't know if y'all saw that. He got kicked off of Cameron's podcast last week. Child, there's a video of him circulating where he can't pay a $2,200 tab. Quote, my life is fucked up. Just take me to jail. See what I mean about this fast money? Adrian Bronner made a lot of money. He made a lot of money. And unlike a drug dealer, Adrian Bronner could have invested his money. Adrian Bronner could have started businesses. Adrian Bronner could have moved his money around and done something. He just broke. You can't afford it. First of all, I don't know where you were that you got a $2,200 tab, but the fact that you can't afford it is sad when you made millions. You have made millions. He's a compulsive gambler. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. Thank you, Tracy. I just saw your email. Ooh, I got a treat for y'all. Y'all might get y'all might get a triple show tonight because we're doing Ready to Love at 8:30. I might be coming right back after Ready to Love. I might have some hot tea to drop on y'all. I got to read through what Tracy just sent me. But baby, I might have some hot tea for y'all. What up, Bap? Hey, boo. All right, well, we have the latest in this D4vid update. The singer D4vid. TMZ has dropped Lord, I'm trying to get to it again. Oh, Lord. Okay, here we go. Is this it right here? No. Okay, hold on. Lord, I've had it earlier. Now I got to scroll down. But the latest update, here it is right here. The latest update in the D4vid case is that a video has surfaced from when allegedly Selena was on his stream. We talked about that the other day. If you didn't check out my video from Saturday where we did a deep dive into the D4vid situation. So this is from TMZ. A head-turning comment accusing D4vid of messing with a young teen has been discovered under one of his February of 2024 TikTok posts. As police continue to investigate the death of teenager Celeste Rivera's, check out a comment that was left under D4vid's February 24th, 2025 TikTok post. It's a person who claims they're waiting for the LAPD to get the musician for messing with a 13-year-old girl. The Los Angeles Police Department are investigating the death of Celeste and even searched his home that he has been renting for the last 12 hours last week. Excuse me. But he has not been named as an official suspect in the case. But here we have, this is the message they're talking about right here. Waiting for the LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old girl. I mean, there it is right there. Y'all can see that. And that is under a video where he was streaming. And here is allegedly them together.
Yo, wait.
Oh, look at answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good to have a big family family. Oh, thank you, Mitochondria.
I gotta sound with him if you even. We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
So that's allegedly her and him saying to delete the video when the video was over. Like I said on Saturday, I'm just waiting for the indictment to come down, whoever they're charging, because I think we'll have a lot more details in the indictment. I think right now there's a whole lot of internet sleuths. I think we'll have a lot more indictments in the, information in the indictment. Well, y'all know what they say, the internet is forever. The internet is forever. Now, I'm going to show y'all this video. I'm going to turn the sound off. I just want y'all to see it. We were talking about this. I was talking to some people about this offline earlier today. Let me see. Now I'm gonna have the sound off. I just want y'all to look at it. Actually, I kind of need to put the sound on. I hope they don't flag this video. That's Gladys Knight this past weekend down to the Greensboro Coliseum. Or last week. First of all, why the fuck she got on her winter coat? Who let her go on stage with her coat on? The Greensboro Coliseum is an indoor coliseum. It's not open. It's a roof. I don't know what the temperature was last week in Greensboro, but it wasn't that cold. Who let her go on stage with her coat on like she was doing a drive-by? Second of all, is that not what her son told us, that she forgets the words and that her background singers have to help her remember her lyrics? Now, 2 days later, though, she was in Atlanta and she looked totally different. 2 days later, she was down to the Atlanta. She like a totally different person. Now look, I understand that we don't always like the messenger. I understand that some people don't like her son because they think that, I know it's blurry, y'all. I know that some people don't like her son because they say that, you know, her son, you know, he had the chicken and waffle situation and all of that. But at the end of the day, he is still her son. He is still her son. And I think that he has a legitimate concern about her health and whether she should be doing this tour. Like we said, when we talked about that story a few weeks ago, this is a grueling tour schedule. They are in a different city almost every night. That is a lot on a 30-year-old, much less a 70-something-year-old woman. That is a lot. That is a lot. And I'm not saying that she's being mistreated because I'm not going to jump that far. But what I am saying is that I think her son might have a legitimate concern to say, I don't know if my mother is 100% there every night and if she is in the best health to be doing this every single night. However old she is, child. Last time I said she was 90-something and y'all got mad at me. Now I said she was in her 90s, y'all got mad at me, okay? So however old this lady is, no disrespect. I just don't know, okay? Exactly, Cindy. With dementia, you have good days, you have bad days. And her son said that she is suffering from sundown syndrome, which means that it's worse at night. But I still want to know who the hell let her on stage with her coat on. Ain't nobody stop her and say, Gladys, you don't want to take that coat off? But also remember that people who suffer from dementia, they ain't always nice people. I'm going to just tell you what I know. And anybody here who's ever dealt with a family member who suffers from dementia, you know that they are not always themselves. They are nasty. They'll cuss you out. I had a great aunt. She would spit on you. And you had to just remember this who lady. You had to remember, hold on. Who lady. But she would spit. Cuss you out, call you all kinds of itches and witches, and you know, y'all can fill it in. So somebody might have tried to stop her and take that coat off of her. She might have cussed their ass out. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, you know, I can't speak for the family. Cruiser always say that. Don't give Gladys too much. I understand, Cruiser. I understand, Cruiser. Who is Ramika Meeks? I'm sorry. I apologize for not remembering who that young lady. Hold on. I guess I have to Google it. Ramika Meeks. I'm Ramika Meeks. It hasn't been confirmed, R&D, but that's just what her son is saying, that's his suspicion. I did, Tracy. I already said that we might be getting a third live tonight. Because Tracy done sent me some hot tea, honey. Hold on. Ramika Meeks. I gotta remember who Ramika Meeks is. Oh, the one. Okay, I know you're talking about now. The young lady that was unalived, allegedly. Well, she wasn't allegedly unalived, but she was unalived by her son's her baby father's other baby mama when she was dropping the son off at school. Okay, I'm glad she was charged because I didn't understand why she wasn't charged. For those who are not familiar, I'm gonna read you this quick story, okay? For those who are not familiar, Ramika Meeks was fatally shot in the face in Chicago on September the 5th. She was a 31-year-old mother. The victim has since been identified as Ramika. Okay. Ms. Blackman was reportedly involved in a physical altercation with another woman who allegedly pulled out a weapon and powwowed her in the face. A person was previously taken into custody but has since been released. So that's the person that they've charged. Okay. It says at 9:05 local time. The victim has, okay. And unfortunately, the video was all over Facebook Live. I believe people were live when this happened. And so it was a mess. But yeah. Yeah. So the person who allegedly unalived her in front of her, well, I think she'd already dropped her son off. She's been charged, as she should have been. And again, I don't know why she was charged and released. Again, the police have to do their investigation and they have to come up. They have to do so. She's been charged. Good for her. Good. And I hope she goes under the jail. Y'all gonna get enough of fighting over these men. Y'all gonna get enough of fighting over these men. All right. Okay. All right, let's get into this last. Is that it? Yep. All right, let's get into this Crystal Cardi B situation. Now, the other day, y'all asked me what my opinion was on the Crystal Cardi B situation, and I sort of gave y'all my 2 cents. I think I kind of gave y'all my 2 cents on it the other day. Listen, let's listen to a little bit of what, for those who don't know who Crystal is on the podcast, The Read. She's done a lot of other things. I don't want to reduce her to just that, but this is specifically dealing with The Read. The Read is a podcast. It's been going on for probably about 15, maybe even 20 years at this point. They've been going strong for a while. I used to religiously watch it's a podcast. It's Kid Fury, it's Crystal. They are two friends that met back in the day. I think they met on MySpace. Kid Fury used to do YouTube, and then they started they both moved to New York. They started a podcast. They've been doing it ever since, and they've done some great things in their career. The show is called The Read. So let me be clear. That is what they do on this show. But over the weekend, there's a firestorm that was started over the latest episode where Crystal reads Cardi B, and some people felt like she might have gone too far. So I'm going to for those of you who are not familiar with The Read, it's probably going to sound a lot worse than people who are familiar with The Read, but neither here nor there. I'm going to let y'all hear it, and I'm going to let y'all hear Cardi B's response, and then I'll give y'all my 2 cents. Okay.
I can't just, it's your pussy, so it's your business. Like, technically, yes, that's true. And a lot of the Cardi stans are going to respond, well, she got the money. I'm not talking about, if money was all it took to raise kids, the Trump kids wouldn't be held like they are. Trump wouldn't be held like he is. It's not just money. You also need parents who are very mindful and deliberate about bringing you into the world and choosing to guide you to adulthood. That is how we raise decent, good people. Yo mama out here giving her pussy to whoever the fuck she wants to and keeping whatever y'all drop off in her fucking uterus is crazy. I was expecting so much more out of Cardi B because you are not just some broke, bored bitch in the Bronx who don't have shit else to do. Oh, I ain't got nothing to do today. I ain't got no money to go out. Let me just fucking get pregnant. Like, you have a life. You have a career. You have things to work towards and work for. Like, you waited all this goddamn time to release another album just to get pregnant in the middle of this album being done and prepare for the... Why? Why, bitch? Why? You don't know how to use your butt? You never heard of condoms? You never heard of the IUD? You never heard of the pill? You decided to get pregnant by the nigga you cheated on your husband with? Why?
First of all, now I am going to pause right there. I don't understand the statement cheated on your husband with. if her and Offset were no longer together, I understand they are still legally married, but let's be clear. People are separated all the damn time. And they date and they do that. And I just don't think we characterize it as cheating. Second of all, Offset has been sleeping with anything, like Cardi said, with 2 eyes. So I don't like the characterization like she was just out here cheating on him when that's not a true reflection of what happened. But let's keep going.
This is just dumb bitch shit. This is so fucking stupid. You are bringing a whole new person into the world, girl. It's not playtime. It's not that ugly ass Labubu kid Fury just got. It's not some toy you can just toss around and it don't matter how it feel about nothing. It don't matter about its circumstances. This is a human being. I just can't believe this dumb bitch. Of all the time, you had so much time to push out however many kids you fucking wanted to. You chose the most pivotal moment, getting ready to release your sophomore album and finally go on tour because you canceled it the last time. Why? Kids. To finally do that shit. And now you're like, as soon as I had it, I'm ready. I've been stretching. I'm getting my body ready. You're getting ready to go lay down and pray that mommy makeover don't kill you like it do so many other women. And then
There's where I feel like she might have went a tad too far. There's where, like, girl, like, to insinuate that she could possibly die on the operating room table because she's going to have a mommy makeover after having this child. Like, this was a 20-minute rant. We're not listening to all 20 minutes. We're going to listen to a little bit more. And then I'm going to let y'all hear Cardi's response, which, to be fair, was actually pretty calm.
You a little boom cack 1-2 sidestep on that fucking tour. I hope you girls are ready for her to give you fucking nothing but unnatural hips, a ridiculous look at what I guarantee you, like she said, she gonna have Hennessy put her in that fucking fire 3 seconds after she's done giving birth, because don't nothing matter to her more than the way she looks. An actual show, you can forget about it. All right. So you.
All right. So again, she continues. Xavier said, she literally said, I'd rather die than be on that table. That is not the same as what Crystal said, though. And even if Cardi said it, that's one of those things where I could say it, but hell, if you say it, it's rude. If I say I can't wait to get on that table after I had this baby and get my body snatched, that is not the same as you saying, girl, you probably gonna die. Like, that's not the same thing. All right. So Cardi responded. So I'm going to let y'all hear a little bit of what Cardi had to say in her response, which again was very calm for Cardi.
With my kids, I live in New Jersey. A man has what people think, but some people might have opinion on my work, right? You might think I'm not the best dressed. You might not think I'm the best rapper. You might not think I'm the best at something. But one thing nobody could fuck with me or tell me is about my motherhood. Like, that title, I beat bitches up for that title, because one thing I know I am is I'm a great mother. And I take a lot of pride for that. I think people don't understand. I don't know what people think. Like, do people think I live in Miami and my kids live in New York and like we far away from each other? No. I live with my kids. I live in New Jersey. My kids live in New Jersey. And let me tell you something about motherhood, right? Unless a man has you put up to be a housewife and you don't have a job and you wake up every single day to be a housewife and be a house mom and everything, you're always going to have to sacrifice some time to work and make money. And for example, right? my schedule is different, but most women in America, in the world, they have a 9 to 5. So because they have a 9 to 5, a lot of women spend time away during that 9 to 5 from their kids. Some of them cannot even pick them up at 3 o'clock. Some of them cannot drop them off to school because they got to be at their work at 9. That's what happens when you're a mom and you have a job. You sacrifice some time. So don't tell me that it's like, oh, you're not raising your kids because you got all this work. What are you talking about? When I had my daughter, Culture, and I was doing four to five different shows in a week, I had my kid with me. Then, of course, COVID came and everything, but I'm always with my kids. I live with my kids. You could see it in the attitudes of my children. Like me and my kids are like best friends. Like, because I see them almost every day, every single day. They know me and I know them very well. This ain't no nanny, this and that shit. Like, yes, I have people that help me with my kids, but this ain't no all.
Again, I'm not going to play the whole thing because she goes on and talks about, basically defending that she is a good mom, right? And okay, let me clear it up. You're right. If I misspoke, I'm not saying that Crystal said she was going to die. So let me clear. She did not say that, but I feel like for her to even bring that up, I feel like was a lie. But let me be clear though. I'm not here to say that Crystal was right or wrong. Here's my opinion on it.
Prepping your...
And Crystal, here's my opinion on it. She's not taking what was said out of context. Wait a minute. I don't think people are understanding what Crystal is saying. She's not saying Cardi won't spend time with her children. She's saying, why would you keep having kids with men? No. That's not, no. I didn't play the whole rant, but in her rant, she did speak on the nannies raising the children. She did. She spoke on the fact that the nannies are raising the kids and that the reason why it's so easy for Cardi, see, now I might have to play the whole damn thing, and why it is so easy for Cardi to just keep getting pregnant is because she doesn't have to deal with the day-to-day responsibilities that a 9-to-5 mother does because she can afford nannies that'll take, though she did actually say that. Now, see it now, are we going to have to play the whole 20 minutes? Because she did speak to Cardi not raising her kids herself, that the nannies are doing it. She did speak to that. She did. Right. Cardi didn't call her by name. Cardi didn't cuss her out. You are absolutely correct. We're going to listen. Now, next week, she might do something different, but I'm going to give her credit for today. Here's what I'm going to say about both sides of the coin. The show is called The Read. This and Crystal is very harsh. Kid Fury has his moments, but Crystal is very, very harsh. If you listen to the podcast, you know she's very harsh. I feel like the only person she don't give a hard time to is Beyonce because she is a stan. I also believe, and this is my opinion, and for those of you who listen to the Read, y'all can put it in the chat. Crystal also has issues with her parents. And I wonder if some of her opinions on parenting and other people's parenting comes from her experiences with her parents. She has had a very rough experience with her parents, especially with her sexuality and some of her life decisions. And I'm wondering if some of this harshness comes from some of that. I mean, I ain't saying all of it. But this is what I'm going to say about as well. I used to be a stan. I used to be a stan. I used to love baby. I couldn't wait for the Read to drop. When does it drop? On Wednesdays? Baby, as soon as I got off work, that is what I listened to in my car on the way home every week without fail. I used to be mad when they went on break, when they would just give us a clipped up show or they went on vacation. Baby, I was mad. Do you hear me? And over time, I stopped listening as often and I stopped listening as much, probably for a variety of reasons. It's Thursday. Thank you. Probably for a variety of reasons. One of the reasons is at a certain point, we all evolve. Her name is Crystal, Crissle, baby. She'll get mad if you put a T in there. Her name is not Crystal, it's Crystal. And I used to too, D, and I don't dislike them. Let's be clear. I still like them. It's just not must-see TV for me anymore. You know how something used to be, you just couldn't wait. You had to watch it every week, and then after a while, it just kind of like, it's okay. Part of the reason is, as we grow older, we evolve, we change, our interests are different. There have been times in the past where I felt like Crissle, that's her name, it's Crissle, Crissle, yes. There are times when I felt like she did a lot. She went too far. She said too much. I don't know why this time people felt some kind of way because she has said worse. I'm not saying that makes it okay, but I'm saying she has said worse. This is what I'm going to say about this. The same thing I would say about with Funky Dineva. If the content no longer serves you, you don't have to keep listening. Exactly, Ruru. Ruru, I think that's perfect what you just said. Ruru said, I used to love to read. I used to go to live shows. However, I stopped listening because I felt like I outgrew the show. Crystal started to come off mean to me. I think you almost articulated perfectly where I am with it. I don't dislike Crystal. I don't dislike Kid Fury, and I would still go to a live show. They've come to DC a few times. I would still go. But for me, I just felt like she started coming off very, very angry and mean. And it just no longer was as entertaining. I found myself cringing more than I found myself laughing. And I say the same thing about Funky Dineva. I told you I used to love Funky Dineva. Love Funky Dineva. I no longer find him entertaining. So I stopped listening. No disrespect to women who don't have kids, but unless you have kids and experience the same struggles, issues as a mother, you have no insight on the struggles of a mother. You should do a lot of talking. Fair? Fair. Hold on. Let me scroll up because I didn't see what Dr. Mac said. She said that's what I got from it. Hold on. Let me scroll up, Dr. Mac. Or will you just agree with what I said? Oh, you would just agree with what I said? Okay. So that's my opinion. So when people were like the other day, what's your opinion? What's your opinion? I really don't have an opinion. My thing is, if it offended you, don't fucking listen anymore. Unsubscribe from the podcast and don't listen. Because at the end of the day, that is what people listen to. We just saw it with Disney. When people no longer consume your product, you have a choice. You either change the product that you're delivering or you no longer have a product to deliver. It is very simple. For all the people that always want to complain about what Funky Dineva says, but then you right back over there listening to Funky Dineva, I don't know what y'all want from us. Like, you want my opinion for what? Because you just going to go back over there next week and keep listening. And I mean, I know that's not for everybody, but I mean, generally speaking, people, the Breakfast Club, what do I always tell y'all? The only time I know something happened on the Breakfast Club is when the clip go viral. I don't watch the Breakfast Club. I don't watch it. I don't consume it. I don't find it interesting. I don't find it entertaining. I think that Charlamagne is an ass and DJ Envy is an ass and Jess Hilarious is a homophobic ass. So I don't want to listen to none of them. I mean, Charlamagne too, but anyway. But now when a clip goes viral, because I'm coming down here to talk about it, I'll go watch the clip, but I ain't going back and watching the whole episode. Same thing with Funky Dineva. I'm just not. Now, again, I like the read, but it no longer was as entertaining as it once was to me. So I stopped. It just stopped being something I listened to every Tuesday. Like I said, literally, I could not. When I got in my car on Tuesday, that was the first thing I did. I mean, Thursday, excuse me. That was the first thing I did was turn the read on. So I'm familiar with Crystal, very familiar. Now, I will say this, Crystal. Now, this is the question that I'm going to ask you. You are a Beyonce stan. Love Beyonce's dirty draws. Be the first one to get your tickets and all of that. I wonder, though, would you have this same vitriol if this were Beyonce, Jay-Z, and let's say another football player? Let's say Beyonce and Jay-Z broke up. And they weren't divorced yet, because divorces with that kind of money are complicated. And she started dating another high-profile person and popped up pregnant. Would you have that same level, right before she's getting ready to drop an album? Would you have that same level of vitriol for Beyonce? Because again, you can be disappointed in somebody. You can be disappointed in somebody. And I'm okay with that. I'm disappointed that Cardi B is pregnant by this man. And right before, I'm disappointed as well. But last week when she confirmed it, what did I say? All right. I just wonder. So again, if you wouldn't have this same level of vitriol for the next woman, and again, I understand that Cardi, her personality, either you love it or you hate it. Like, I get it, but at the end of the day, you don't think, here's what I want people to understand. And she also, I want to, and I wish I really feel like I should go back and play the whole thing, because she also said some really nasty things about Cardi didn't even like her kids, and she talked about, not having her kids and all of that stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, when did Cardi ever say she ain't like her kids? I don't ever remember Cardi talking about not liking her kids. I mean, Cardi might have had the thought of not having them, but I think a lot of women have that thought when they get pregnant and they don't think it's the right time or with the right person. There are a whole lot of women that have that conversation with themselves. There are a whole lot of people who had that conversation with their girlfriends, with their significant others. Like, there's a whole lot of conversation when you pop up pregnant. There's a whole lot of conversation about that. So I've never heard that. And so, like I said, it's a 20-minute rant. We weren't going to listen to all 20 minutes. There's a 20-minute rant. Yeah, she said Stephon Diggs was ugly. And she also said that he was accused of SA, which he was, but she didn't mention the fact that he's also countersuing the person that accused him for extortion and for defamation. Like, if you're gonna mention one, mention the other. Yes, there is a woman that's accusing Stephon Diggs of SA, but he also is countersuing that same woman. Like, if you're gonna mention one, mention the other. I do not believe for 1 second. First of all, Cardi B is not a dummy. I know a lot of people want to put her in that category, but she's not stupid by any stretch. I mean, maybe it was a man, Meg. I'm sorry. Maybe it was a man, but somebody is. I apologize if I said woman, but yeah. But let me say this. I don't think for 1 second that when Cardi B found out she was pregnant with this child, that there weren't some hard conversations. I don't think for 1 second that Cardi B didn't look herself in the mirror and say, "You dumb bitch." How did you do this? Even if she's okay with it now, I don't believe for 1 second that it wasn't a thought. I don't believe for 1 second that she didn't sit down and say, God damn. I don't believe that. That's my opinion. Now, I don't know Cardi. But I also know when I saw Cardi in her interview with Gayle King, I don't know if you guys saw this, when Cardi talked about her grandmothers. Both of her grandmothers had over 10 children. Her grandmother on her mother's side had over 10 children. Her grandmother on her father's side had over 10 children and literally worked the fields. She said literally they would have their child and be right back in the fields 2 or 3 days later. I don't think Cardi sees the child situation the way we see it. I wouldn't be surprised if Cardi have 2, 3 more kids before she's done. And they might be from 2 or 3 other men before she's done. And I'm not saying that makes it okay, you guys. What I'm saying, though, is I just don't think Cardi see the shit the way we see it. And at the end of the day, she ain't asking for our opinion or our fucking approval. You know, I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like women, and let me take, and I'm going to say this, and then I'm getting ready to be done. I got to get out of here. Let me take her marital situation out of the equation for a second. Can we stop doing that? Can we take the marital situation out of the equation? Because she just said, I did see this. Let me say this. She said that the reason why the divorce is not settled, she said that the reason why her divorce to Offset has not been settled is because Offset wants one of the houses that belongs to her, and he wants her to pay his back taxes. So she said that's why the divorce ain't over yet, because he wants something from her that she ain't giving him. Now that's what she said. I feel like women, again, let's take that out of the equation. I understand she's still married and pregnant by her boyfriend. Let's take that out of the equation. Let's just focus on she's dropping an album and people are like, why would you do this right before you get ready to drop an album? Let's talk about that. I just feel like women can't catch a break. Like, this woman has not used her pregnancy as an excuse as it relates to the rollout of this album. Cardi working harder on the rollout of this album than most people do on an album rollout that ain't pregnant. I mean, Cardi has been everywhere doing everything. And maybe because she's trying to prove a point, she's not allowing it to be an excuse. Maybe. But do y'all not think that before Cardi sat down and came up with this tour schedule, she don't know exactly when her due date is? She doesn't know exactly when her body, or she's had 3 other kids. Y'all don't think she don't know when her body is going to be ready for her to go out on tour? Could she be wrong? Sure. Could her body not respond the way she needs it to respond? Absolutely. Could all of those things be a factor and maybe she has to push the tour back? Maybe. But it's like women can't fucking catch a break. I remember, Lauryn Hill wrote a whole song about it. When she popped up pregnant at the height of her career, they told her to get rid of it. I remember reading Diana Ross's one of her biographies and her dealing with that in her career when she got pregnant. She wasn't even married when she got pregnant, and that was in the 1960s. And she had to hurry up and find a baby daddy. That's why she married that white man, even though Berry Gordy was the father of her child. I mean, he was married too. That's another conversation for another day. But we do this to women. Yeah, that's what, if you listen to the words design, that's what she's talking about. Think of your career, they said. Lauren, baby, use your head. Instead, I chose to use my heart. Yes, they absolutely told her not to have that baby. Erykah Badu went through that. She got pregnant at the height of her career. Like, it's just, and women don't always make the best decision when it comes to matters of the heart. They don't. We know that. But I just feel like, and especially for women, and I know especially for women who don't have kids. And I say we because I didn't have no kids. But we so quick to always want to throw it out there. Lucille Ball was pregnant both times during production of her TV shows, but only showed the second pregnancy on the show. So the first pregnancy, she had to hide that and back again. That was hard. Back to, yeah. Remember, Lucy and Desi didn't even, on the show, they didn't even share beds. That's how long ago it was. They weren't even allowed to share a bed on television, and she popped up pregnant. So anyway, I just feel like it just goes back to the old saying, mother's baby, father's maybe. Like, men get to drop kids all over the damn place, and because there's no physical evidence and because they can do whatever they want to do, don't nobody have nothing to say about that. Or they don't give it the same level. Somebody said, go hear what she had to say about Nick Cannon, because allegedly she wasn't as nasty about Nick Cannon. I believe it. Serena won a Grand Slam while 8 weeks pregnant. Absolutely. You don't think it's okay? The difference is this is her fourth pregnancy. Considering all the mess surrounding her personal life right now, she should know better. Know better than what? I don't know what you mean when you say she should know better. Know better than what? You say all the mess surrounding her personal life. What mess? Ain't no mess surrounding her personal life. She has not been with that man in damn near 2 years, y'all. She has not been, they have been legally separated. They have not been living together. They have not been sharing. They are not together. There is no personal mess. She's just letting us know that this is her boyfriend. And she probably started letting us know this is her boyfriend because the ass was pregnant. But listen, there's no mess. She's going through a divorce. What's the mess? She don't talk about that man. She don't talk about that man. We don't see her with that man. They separated. Again, do I think that she should have waited till the divorce was final? Sure I do. Sure I do. Anyway, y'all, let me get ready to get off of here. So we about to head over to the other side for Ready to Love reunion, and then I'm probably gonna come back and give y'all a little something that fell into my inbox earlier today. I didn't want to blend it with this because we had so much to talk about already, child. Right, Offset has never acted married, child. Never. You know what? It may not end up well. It's gonna be on my channel. I mean, it's gonna be on my channel and on Shade in the City, or on both our channels. And listen, let's be clear. It probably ain't gonna end up well. This Stefan Diggs situation, I do not think he's her forever man, but you know, he's the right now man. Anyway, all right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Peace. Thank y'all for the super chats. Thank y'all for the likes. If you didn't hit the like button, hit it on your way out the door, please. We had over 300 people in the chat today. I appreciate you all. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. I'll see y'all later. Peace.